Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for swinging by. Today's video is actually on a highly requested topic. A bunch of you sent me messages asking me to show you guys exactly what I do to touch up my curls. So today's video is exactly on that. I'm gonna show you guys what I do to make my curls look like this on day 3. It's either day 3 or 4. I lost count, but you guys get the point because this is not how I wake up on day 3. So if you're interested in seeing exactly what I do to refresh my curls and make them look like this, then please keep on watching. I've left my hair exactly the way it woke up. And I normally don't go to sleep with my hair like this. I only did this for the sake of the video because I really kind of wanted to mess up the curls so that you guys could see a little bit more of a dramatic before and after when I touch up my curls. No bueno. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy off so you guys can see what I'm working with. So the first thing that I always do when I'm touching up my curls, whether it be day 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't matter. It's always diffuse my hair first. The reason why I do this is because I feel like when I diffuse my hair, it helps me tame some of the frizz, and then I have a better idea what I'm really working with. Okay, so I probably diffused my hair for maybe like a minute or so. Nothing too long. So this next step is really simple. All I'm doing is grabbing some water and I'm gonna spritz it throughout my whole head. Now I am going to concentrate on the areas where I feel my curls are a little bit more frizzy. For example, in my case, the curls around the temples of my forehead and also the curls in the back have a tendency of getting a little more frizzy than others. So I'll concentrate the water in those areas. So you don't want your hair to be completely soaked. That's not the point of putting water. It's just you want it like a little bit more damp, because what's gonna happen is that the water is gonna pretty much like reactivate whatever curling creams or styling creams you've been using. It's gonna help to just reactivate all the products. I feel like I look so funny. My next product is actually a new product that just came out, and it is the Ouidad Advanced Climate Control Detangling Heat Spray. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna spritz this around in my hair. Again, always focusing on the areas that you feel need the most touching up. Now that we're done with that, what I'm gonna do next is I'm actually gonna go ahead and diffuse my hair. Because the hair is wet, or not wet, but damp, at this point, you're not exactly sure, once again, what it is that you're working with, how much frizz is actually still there. Before we just continue to pound on the product, which is very tempting to do, let's go ahead and stop where we're at. Let's go ahead and diffuse, and then once we come back, we're actually gonna see like how much frizz is still there and how much more product we need to actually put. Alrighty, so now that I've been diffusing for about like 5 minutes, I feel that the curls are getting like dry. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start to break up that product and bring back the softness to my curls by crunching them like just very gently with my hands. I'm just gonna be doing this motion throughout while I'm diffusing. Just wanted to remind you that the key to this process is making sure that your hair is 100% dry. Actually, you know what? Let me rephrase that. That your hair is 200% dry. And the reason why I say that is because I find that even for myself, this process is a little scary because you're semi-re-wetting your hair, and then once you start diffusing, for me, about 5 minutes into diffusing, if I flip my hair back and I look at it, it honestly looks 10 times worse than what I started with. All I do is I close my eyes, and I meditate and I remind myself this isn't the way it's gonna look. As scary as it is, you just gotta keep going. You have to like give it the patience and the time that the hair deserves to be 100% dry. Once the hair starts to become 100% dry, then you start to be like, oh, all right, I see you curls. So I think I still need maybe like another, so I'll be right back. For hard to reach areas, sometimes I try taking off the diffuser. This makes it a lot easier and it makes me feel super extra. I use several different products. So from time to time, like I do switch things up. The reason why I tell you that is because I don't want you to get discouraged and think like, oh my goodness, like I can't do what she's doing because I don't have the products that she has. No, the only thing I recommend is try to stick to curling creams, leave-in conditioner, something that's gonna leave your hair soft. You wanna try to stay away from perhaps like harsh gels that have like a really strong hold, or you want to stay away from like mousse with a lot of alcohol, which also like cause a lot of stiffness. Nobody likes stiff curls anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to pick the tiniest amount, okay? Because you don't want to put so much that you're gonna weigh the curls down and then they're dead. And all I'm gonna do is I'm going to find the curls that I feel need retouching. I'm just gonna twist them. And sometimes like I twirl them in my finger to kind of like give it that shape again of its original curl. While I'm retouching my curls, I noticed that I found this area right here. I found it to be like really frizzy. More so that I'm okay with. I'm just gonna go ahead and add water to see if I can reactivate some of that product that I already know it's there. It's just, it needs to kind of like, hello, wake up. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep tackling the individual curls that I want to touch up the way I was doing before. I kind of found that weird spot. All right, now I'm gonna go back and diffuse so I could see again, what the hell am I working with? You have to make sure that the hair is 100% dry. So at this point is when I feel like I start to see the difference with my curls. I start to see a lot less frizz. As you guys remember before, like this whole area was really frizzy. So now I feel like it's much more well put together. The curls look a lot more defined. And I just wanna go ahead and remind you guys that curls are not perfect. And you are going to have a very difficult time if perfect is what you're trying to achieve. A little bit of frizz is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And I promise you, frizz never looks as bad as we think it does when it's on yourself. So if you want to just live a life that's a little easier when it comes to your curls, I really just recommend that you start to make peace with a little bit of frizz. It comes with the beauty that is curls. So curls are not perfect. Stop trying to make them perfect. You should strive to make them better, but you should never try to make them perfect, whatever that may be. Okay, so at this point, I feel that I'm okay with the way that my curls look. If you still feel like you have a lot of frizz, you would just repeat the steps that we just did. You just repeat the exact same. Next step is I'm going to pick my hair. This is still my favorite part. Yay! What I love about day 3 curls or day 4 is that I start to get more and more volume, and it is what I love. I love volume, so for me this is like super exciting. If you don't like volume, if you like more of a tamed look, you don't have to go ahead and do this step. Now if you're like me, the bigger the better, then at this point we will go ahead and pick. So I'm using just a regular, honestly cheap little pick, and I'm gonna go ahead and start picking. When you pick, always remember to concentrate on the root. I know sometimes it's like tempting and we go really fast and start pulling on it really hard. You want to go ahead and do the majority of the picking like on the root so that you can leave the curls still defined. So that's pretty much it for today's video. That's exactly what I do to touch up my curls. I really hope that you found this video helpful. A lot of you sent me requests for it, so I know it was something that a lot of you are struggling with. So please send me feedback. If you try anything that you saw in this video, I would love to hear how it went. Also, if you have anything that you do to touch up your curls that I didn't show, I would love to try it. So let me know in the comment section below as well. I'm always looking for like different things to try. Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up if you want to see more like it. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Till next time, love you. Get your girl.